Hey, hey, hey. What's up, peeps? What's up, peeps? What's up, people? Let me see if I am live here on the book. Last time I tried this, I couldn't even hear myself. But like I am live today. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this video out with my business page. Okay. We are in business this week though. We are in business. Hold on one second. I'm sharing it. If you happen to catch this video live, make sure y'all say, hey girl, hey. Let me know that you are out there. Let me know how your week is going. This is a Tuesday, honey. It's Tuesday. Don't get me mixed up with Monday. We are indeed seeing me on a Tuesday night because now I have transitioned to trying to go live every Tuesday now instead of Monday because Mondays was just getting to be too much with my class. I have class on Monday nights from 8 to 10 with her ministries, where my coach Pastor Monica Haskell, is the owner and creator of her ministries. And so I am in class with that school, that ministry, every Monday from 8 to 10. We in class, honey. We learning about what thus said the Lord, how to use our voice and our message to get out to the millions, the thousands, the nations, and this is just something that I have really, really been trying to do for some years now. And when God brought Pastor Monica into my life via social media. Okay, I met her on. I think I met her through a. I was doing a conference. I was speaking at a summit. Let's see. I was trying to remember how I did meet her. But anyway, it was social media. It was social media. So it's just been an amazing time learning from her, not only from about my business, but about ministry, about God, about the Lord, about faith, about favor, about prosperity, all the things, all the things. So I'm gonna share. Let me see. I'm gonna share one more time. If y'all don't mind, if you're coming into the room, share the video out too. I'm sharing it with my group page as well. My group page is Manage Your Money, Ma'am. Manage Your Money, Ma'am is that group. So I'm going to share that over there. That's a private group with just females, with women who's trying to up level in their money matters, who's looking for some accountability, some information, a little bit more wisdom around their money. And so I created that group just to have a little bit more privacy, outside of the main social media thread or whatever. Okay, so I've gotten shared out everywhere. I think the volume is good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm on also over here on TT. If y'all caught me earlier today, I was walking on the treadmill earlier in today, and I was uh, inviting you all to follow me on TT. If you're not sure what TT is, honey, let me know in the comments or in a DM, and I will share. If you go back to the video I did earlier. I did post my TT link in there, my TT link. So I am also streaming over there, honey, because I'm gonna tell you, it's very what's the lucrative, more lucrative over there than it is on some of these other platforms. So tonight I wanted to talk about love. Okay, this is February. Can y'all believe we're already in February? It's my birthday. I had birthday on Sunday, February 1st. It is my favorite month of the year, not only because it's my birthday, but also it's the love month. It's Valentine's Day, for one thing. And then the other thing is it's Heart Health Month, the National Association of Heart Health Month. So you'll see a lot of information about heart health, and that's important to me too because I have had some issues with my heart. I'm on heart medication, high cholesterol, and everything else. But uh, thanks be to God, I'm going to be recovering from that. Not going to be claiming that much longer. Because as y'all saw, I was walking on the treadmill earlier, and I was saying this is gonna be my year right here. 2026 is gonna be my year to finally lose some of this weight and get in better health. Hi, Aaliyah. Thank you for joining. Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife, is on live with me, girl. You know what you're supposed to be doing, but I was just on Aaliyah's platform, On Fire to Inspire Her podcast, and we was talking about Black History Month. So that's the other big thing in February is Black History Month. We're celebrating, we're recognizing our history, we're teaching our children, we're keeping it loud and proud about, what how far we've come, right? But also how much further we got to go. We still got some work to do, okay? So that's why we have to keep Black history going. We got to talk about it every day, but definitely for the month of February, we're going to keep it loud and proud. So thank you so much, Aaliyah, for jumping on real quick. I'm praying that you're feeling better, that you're getting you some rest, and it's an honor to be on your platform once again. So I'm over here on TT, y'all. Let me get this TT going here. Let me see what else I got to do. It's a little bit more involved. It's a little bit more involved to get this thing going, okay? That's crazy. Let's see. TT. But anyway, tonight we're going to talk about love, okay? And I want to know and I want to talk about, and since I'm going live on Tuesdays now, I'm going to call my Tuesdays live. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it Tuesday, okay? So, Tuesday, let me share this out. I'll just go ahead and start it. I don't think I need to put anything up here. I usually put a board up here. That's what I'm trying to figure out right quick how to do this board while I'm waiting on some people to jump on. Oh, here we go. Uh-huh. I need to change this though. Let me do here. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. So now I don't want to do that because it's going to take off my background and oh my goodness. It's just all the things, all the things, all the things. But tonight we're going to talk about love. And I shared a few scriptures, about 3 scriptures in the description of this video. Because in case you didn't know, my business is biblically based. Okay. It's a God business because really God gave me this purpose, this ministry, this business, which is to educate. I'm a financial educator and a money motivator. Okay. I educate women on how to make more money, save more money, and most importantly, honey, protect their money with life insurance. I'm a life insurance professional. And so I educate on how to use life insurance, not only for a death benefit, but for many, 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 many more benefits and features that you can get with life insurance. One being leaving a financial blessing, a financial blessing to your children and your children's children to build wealth for your family. Happy birthday, Aaliyah saying thank you, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate that birthday wish, honey. I celebrate all month long. So every day you can tell me happy birthday, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. I'll take it. Okay, so yeah. So that is my business. That is my purpose. That's my ministry. It's life insurance, right? It started out as life insurance, but over the years it has really grown into more of a money management business. My business is Triple M Money Management Matters. because I found that people did not have life insurance. One of the reasons why they didn't have life insurance was because they felt like they couldn't afford life insurance, right? And so when I heard that, I started thinking, well, it's probably because you're not managing your money correctly. You're not managing your money effectively. Because if you were, you would have money for life insurance. So hello everybody over here on TT. How y'all doing tonight? Thank y'all for coming in. As y'all come into the room, make sure that y'all are saying, hey, girl, hey. Let me know that you're in here. Go ahead and grab that heart at the top. Grab that heart at the top. And go ahead and give me some love, some likes in the comments on the screen. Y'all know what to do. Come on through. Hey, Coach Chantel, how you doing? David Hermes, I see you down there. Uh-huh. Geronimo. Lord, I'm messing up your name. Y'all, excuse me. Tegan. Thank y'all so much for coming through. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So tonight we're just talking about love. I wanted to talk about love tonight and how you show love to your loved ones. How do you show love to your family right now? Okay. And then we're going to transition into how can you show love for your family in the future, like for instance, if you were no longer here, how would you show love? How can you show your family that you love them? One of the ultimate things that I think that I know as a fact because I've been through it is you want to make sure you leave financial love to your family, even when you're not here. So we already know that we love our family now because we take care of our family, our kids, our spouse, our significant other, our mama, our daddy, our grandma, our grandpa, whoever it is that you love and care about. If they needed something right now, if they needed money for something, if they needed, rent money to pay their rent or their mortgage, or if they needed money to keep the lights on for your utilities and things like that, you would be there. If you had the money, you would give them the money. Is that right? Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm right or if I'm wrong, honey. How do you love? How do you love on your loved ones? That's what I want to talk about tonight. And then I did share 3 scriptures over here on the book, but I'm going to share them with you all too, TT. Let me see if I can get these comments going and I share them with you. Now, as you come into the room, I want you to share the video. Share the video. Let me go ahead and share it again over here too. I'm sharing it with I'm gonna share it on my story, and then I'm gonna share it with a few groups. Y'all go ahead and share the video out as y'all come into the room. I would appreciate that very much. And that just lets your friends and your family know that I'm live. Anybody that you love and care about, honey, you need to share this video with them, okay? Because I'm about to be talking about the ultimate love gift that you can leave for your loved ones when you're no longer here. Okay. That's one thing I tell people too. They don't want to talk about, they don't want to think about if they're not going to be here. But what I want to know from you, what I want to know, do you know when you're not going to be here? Do you know how long you're going to live? Do you know the day, the hour, the second, the minute that you are going to no longer be here on earth? If you do, honey, let me know so I can be rich. Because if you know when you're going to pass away, then you ought to be rich somewhere, okay? With some kind of formula or antidote or something. I don't know how you would know, but that's the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is no one knows the time, no one knows the day, the hour, the minute, or the second that they may not be here, that they may not wake up in the morning, that they may step out riding in their car and get sideswiped, T-bone, rolled over in a car accident. Listen, we just had one of our community loved ones here in the area I live just passed away from a car accident. Had no idea that the next day she would not be here. She was a well-known teacher in our community and people loved her. I think they had the services, was it the day or yesterday? Yesterday they had the services, and church full. So many people had so many nice things to say about her. Had a beautiful home going. And I can't even remember how old she was, maybe in her 40s, but she was young, a young person. And then actually, Miss Aaliyah just told me, and I was on her podcast earlier on Fire to Inspire. It's a podcast. Aaliyah said she knew a family where the gentleman was, going through cold. We all got sniffles and we all got the drainage and we all got the upper respiratory stuff going on because it's wintertime. So that's normal. So he goes into the doctor and the doctor says, I think she said he had double upper respiratory or something like that. Anyway, wasn't 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 weeks later, I think Aaliyah said, I can't even remember exactly. But anyway, wind up, he passed away from double pneumonia. So that's the other thing. We can't trust what the doctor says, okay? Doctors don't know what's really going on. They guessing just like we are. But anyway, the point is, he was young. He was in his 30s, had a wife and two children. Actually, a wife, two children, and then two children from a previous relationship. So he had about four children, okay? Passed away in his 30s. So this is the kind of thing that I'm telling you that happens over and over again, and it happens every single day. Now, you cannot say, if you're being honest, you cannot say that you don't know someone, either family or friend or coworker, that has somebody in their life that has passed away suddenly, that has passed away unknown to them, not really from accident or death or sickness. Our bodies give us signs. Yes. So Elias over here on the book saying our bodies give us signs of illness, right? And so we have to pay attention to those signs. We got to pay attention. The young man was 36 years old, and he passed away, leaving children and a spouse behind. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell you. When something like that happens, if you are not prepared, if you don't have life insurance in place, and I'm not talking about just a little bit of life insurance for just burial. I ain't talking about $10,000, and I'm not talking about just that policy that they give you on your job. Okay, they'll give you a little bit of insurance on your job, but I tell you right now, it's not going to be a lot. It's not, and 9 times out of 10, you didn't read the fine print. It may only be for accident. That's one thing that I've ran into with other customers, other clients, is where they have life insurance, but then when I read through the policy or I see the policy, I can automatically already tell it's an AD&D policy. If you just got an ADD policy, all that is accident, dismemberment, and dismemberment death, right? So that means you have had to have passed away from an accident. That means a car accident, a bike accident, you tripped over a rock and fell and hit your head accident. It has to be pronounced as an accident before the policy will pay out. So that's another thing I tell people. You have to read the fine print of these policies, and if you don't want to read the fine print, then you need to be dealing with someone, an agent that is trustworthy, that you trust, that has an integrity, that would tell you what's in the documents, what's in the fine print, and things like that. And a lot of times, those policies that you get at work, they not going to tell you the fine print. They not going to sit there and take the time to say, listen, this is this type of policy. This only going to cover these type of incidents. This is only going to cover for a certain period of time. Or and then this is not any insurance that's going to give you any cash back, things like that. So you really have to be diligent and educated yourself on the different type of life insurance policies. So yeah, if you do have one of those policies that's ADD, that's only accident and dismemberment coverage, cars, planes, trains, accidents only. Exactly. And then I had another customer who had insurance, and she thought she had, the regular life insurance that would pay out for any type of death. And come to find out, the policy was what they call a cancer or chronic illness disease policy, which would only pay out if she died from cancer or a chronic illness. So, say for instance, she died in her sleep. Maybe she just didn't wake up. She was never diagnosed with cancer. She was never diagnosed with a chronic illness. Guess what? The insurance company is not going to pay out. She's not going to get a payment. Her beneficiaries is not going to get any money from that policy because of the way she died. Those type of policies, a lot of insurance companies will sell you that just to be selling you something because they know you're not educated. And if you're not educated, you're not asking the questions that you should ask. So again, that's another way that you have to make sure of what type of policy you got and what the policy covers. Okay, so thank you for coming in. Era, how you doing? Thank y'all for coming into the room. Make sure y'all are tapping that screen as you come in. Share the video out with your family and your friends. And okay. And if you can grab that heart at the top, grab that heart at the top by my name and tap that screen. Tap that screen. Tap that screen. So So, how do you love your loved ones? That's the question of the hour. How do you love your loved ones? Now, as a life insurance professional, my uh my thoughts on it and my suggestion is you have to love your loved ones via life insurance. Okay. If you truly, truly love your wife, if you truly, 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 truly love your children, like we all should, our children is just an extension of us. If you truly love your mama that gave birth to you, that gave life to you, or and your father, then these are the people that you need to make sure that you know that they have life insurance coverage. Because listen, let me just tell you my story. Another reason why I do this really is just the main reason because it was a purpose and a ministry from God. Is my father. My father passed away and did not have no insurance, zero insurance. Okay, he was one of the gentlemen, like a lot of our older senior age people right now. They had insurance on their job, and I think at the end when you retire, they probably offer you another policy, but it's very expensive. Okay, the price is going to go up than what you paid when you was employed, and more than likely, he probably felt like he couldn't afford it. And so he didn't get any additional insurance after he retired. So, come to find out, when he passed away, very early, wasn't too long after he retired, maybe a year or two, he passed away. He didn't have any life insurance. So therefore it fell on me. It fell on me because I was the oldest child. I'm the oldest child that he had. And his other children, he had a daughter, which was my sister. She was ill herself. She was ill. She has had MS. And then he had two sons. One was incarcerated, and one I don't even know. They was outside of this right here. But anyway, it fell on me. And so I had to go into a very uh what do I call it? Just go into prayer, very distressed. Not only was I mourning, I was mourning. I couldn't believe it because I wasn't not prepared for it, which a lot of times we're not prepared. We're not prepared for death because we don't know when we're going to die. Again, I just said that earlier. Nobody knows the time, the hour, the minute, the second that we're no longer going to be here. So I had to go into deep prayer and try to figure out how I was going to come up with money to take care of all the things that had to be taken care of at death. Okay, in case you didn't know, the funeral industry, the death industry, is a very lucrative industry. They get paid lots of money to do every single thing, because it's not only just one lump sum, it's a la carte. And a la carte mean every single thing has a price. Okay, from moving the body from the hospital to the funeral home, that's a cost. Okay, and the car that they drive in from the funeral home to the church, that's a cost. If you want to have a burial, you have to pay for people to go out to the grave site and dig up the hole. That's a cost. Then the body or the casket got to go into this thing, this round thing. I forgot what it's called, but that's a cost. Then, of course, the casket is a cost. Then, of course, the flowers is a cost. And God forbid if you want to have music playing, what they call a harpist, or I don't know. It's so many things. It just depends on how you want to celebrate your loved one. Okay. That's the number one thing. That's one thing you have to think about, how you want to celebrate your loved one. All the things, it costs money. And when I say money, I'm talking about like 10 grand. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. So, uh, not only that, but my thing is that's all fine and well, however you want to leave your loved one. But getting back to the family, how you gonna love your children, how you gonna love your wife, your spouse, your mama, your daddy, from the grave, from heaven, right? You still want to love on them. You still want to leave them something that says how much you love them, how much you care about them, because you thought of them not only now but also in the future, also in the afterlife. Also, God forbid if something happens to me and I'm no longer here, I want to make sure that my family is going to be taken care of. I want to make sure that my family still have a roof over their head. I want to make sure that my family has food to eat. I want to make sure that my family have lights. They have the cars that they need to drive in. They have clothes to wear. And right now we're in a technology age. They still need to be able to pay their cell phone bill. Okay, it's all the things that we don't want to think about that we have to think about if we love our loved ones. How are you loving your loved ones? Just something to think about. You know, I'm not the one to be the Debbie Downer, but I am the one to be the educator. Okay. We have to educate ourselves. We have to understand, what type of life insurance policies that we can get. Now, a lot of people will tell me they can't afford it because they think it's hundreds of dollars. But really, it's different types of life insurance. That's the one thing we don't realize. It's different types. You can get what they call term policies that only last for a certain number of years, but it's less expensive, right? You can get a term policy for anywhere from $50 to $100. Heck, we waste $50 through the drive-through, okay? So you have to prioritize. And that's another thing that I educate on in my financial coaching program, which is called Financial Focus Framework. I help you focus on your money. I help you allocate your money in a way that you can afford life insurance, that you can find 50 to $100 out of your money, out of your budget to purchase life insurance, okay? Because it's one of those things that should not be an afterthought. Okay, we can't think about life insurance after we are gone, after we done died and passed away and went to heaven. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. So that's why now we got to do it right now. It's so crucial, especially in the times that we're living in. We're living in some crazy times right now, right? And y'all know what's going on with the ICE people. And now I heard that they're coming to Georgia, and it's just crazy. And I am just praying and asking God that it does not get out of hand like it did in Minneapolis. I'm praying and praying and asking God that I'll just pray that this whole thing would just end, because of the people that has died, innocent people, Americans that has been killed for no apparent reason, just for speaking their voice, just for having speaking against what's going on. So my prayer is that would just be dissolved. But we're living in some treacherous times. We're living in some unknown times. We're living in times where we don't know what's going to happen from day to day. We're under an administration that I feel like, this is my personal opinion, they just don't care. They just don't care about the people. They don't care about the people. Okay, so therefore we got to care about ourselves. But while we're going through this, while we trying to deal with the government and everything else that's going on, we got to get ourselves educated, okay? Not only financial wise, but like I said, with the insurance, but like uh, investing into the stock market, investing into businesses that's not supportive of what's going on right now. You know, when you start thinking about investing, one of the things that I look at is the company. What do they believe in? Who do they support on the back end? Who do they give their money to? Because a lot of these big companies have to donate money so they don't have to pay as much tax, right? So look at who they're donating to. Are they donating to the people that's encouraging the things that's going on right now? Or are they supporting those who don't encourage it? So put your money there, you know. And then not only are you supporting the people of the businesses that believe in the same thing that you believe in, you're also making some money for yourself. You're making some money not only for yourself, but for your future. Because a lot of stock accounts, you can open stock accounts for your retirement money. Let's see. Aaliyah said opening the grave on the weekend is even more here in South Carolina. You mean opening the grave on the weekend? Like if you're having a funeral on the weekend, is that what you mean? Yeah, if that's what you mean, that is absolutely true. Whatever time of day that you decide you want to have a funeral, it's gonna cost money. Sometimes it costs more on the weekends than on the weekday. So a lot of times you will see if funerals are during the week, it's because it's cheaper. Okay. That is the truth. I tell you what, honey. So that's another reason to say you don't know what the cost's gonna be. And now, you know, cost of everything is going up right now. So who knows, 5, 10 years from now, the cost of funeral services and things is gonna quadruple. Who knows? But what you need to know is now is the time to prepare for it. Now is the time to prepare for it, not after it's done happened. Okay. So um how are you showing love? This month is love month, okay? And I love love. How many of y'all love love? How many of y'all love love? I do. I am a hopeless romantic, okay? Even though my husband ain't. Never mind. I didn't mean to bring him into this. But anyway, I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love. I love Lifetime movies. I love Hallmark movies. I'm the one that sits up here at Christmas time and watch all the love movies. And you know good and well how they gonna end. I already know how they gonna end because the man and the woman gonna fall in love and have the best Christmas ever. But that's me. I love love. And so since I think of February is love month. That's one of the things that you can do during the month of February. Think about how are you going to love your loved ones when you're no longer here. This is a good month to say, okay, I am going to go ahead and see how, and just get a quote. Just get a quote. See how much $100,000 is. Okay, $100,000, I feel like, is the minimum you should have coverage on your spouse, on your children, maybe 50,000, but 100,000, from 50 to 100. Let's just say those two numbers: 50,000, 100,000. If you can do 100, do 100 for every member of your family, your spouse, your children, your mama, your daddy. If you can do that, if you can't do 100, do 50. 50 should be the minimum. 50,000 really should be the minimum because that's enough to do your end of life funeral services and things like that, and still leave a little bit of something for your family to carry on with. You know, that could be enough for maybe your spouse who's going to be mourning. She ain't got to worry about going back to work in 3 days. Okay, I don't know where they came up with this 3 day thing, like you can mourn a loved one in 3 days and then you have to go back to work. You know, you so distraught, you got so many things you having to deal with. You can't go through all that in 3 days. But listen, if you have life insurance, if you know you got a check coming that you ain't got to worry about going back to work, what you can do is say, listen, I'm taking me 2 weeks off. I'm taking me 2 months off. Whatever it takes for you to get back on your feet because you know you got money coming in. You ain't got to worry about the check from the job. Okay, that's just a suggestion. Now that's just a suggestion, but that's one of the things that's having life insurance in place can give you. It can give you time. It can give you time to grieve. Okay, because you have money to finish to have your payments and your car payments, your house payment, and things like that, and that's just enough. 50,000 is enough to take care of that. Now, if you really want to love them and you really want to make sure that they're good for a few years, $100,000 should be the minimum. $100,000 should be the minimum that you leave your family. Now, if you have assets, and this is another thing that I educate on, if you have assets, if you have a home, okay, if you are a homeowner, one of the first things you need to buy, and me and my husband did this when we got our house. The first thing that we bought was life insurance, okay, for the total of the home. Our home was $250,000. So we got $300,000 in life insurance, okay? If your home is $400,000, you want to make sure you at least have $400,000 in life insurance. Why? Because that's one of the best love gifts that you can leave if they ain't got to worry about paying the mortgage. Okay. If your mortgage is $2,500 a month and you depend on your spouse to pay half of that, how do you think she's going to stay in the house with only half of the money coming in? Because the other half going to be gone. Therefore, if you have that life insurance policy, then that's it. You get that money, you pay off your mortgage. If you ain't, if you got other things to deal with, at least you know you got a roof over your head. At least you know you got your house. At least you know you got that property that you all worked so hard for to purchase, and you have it, and you have it to give to your children. Because most times when we get homes and things, we hold on to them because we want to pass it down to our children and our children's children. So that's one of the things that life insurance can do for you. It can make sure that you have that home paid for. So that's just one thing. There's so many other things that you can do with life insurance. With life insurance, if you have a business, if you are a business owner, you need to have life insurance. One of the things that another type of life insurance that you can purchase is what they call key person. If you are the key person in a business, or you have a business partner that could be a key person, you can get insurance on that individual, because if something happens to them, you need that money that you can get from the insurance policy, either to carry on the business or to give to the spouse of the person that passed away as a buyout type of situation. It's just really different kinds of things that you can do with a key person policy. But what that policy is for that person, just in case that person is no longer there. You still, you won't, they're not there for the income. It covers the income that they would normally bring into the business. So that's another option. That's another way that you can show love for, a business owner or a business partner, right? So many things. It's so many things. So just something I want you to think about is, how are you showing love for your loved one? Now, let's go to the scripture, because the Lord is saying, read the scripture that He gave me for the love for tonight. I think I'm gonna go deeper into this as the month goes on, because and I get other scriptures about love. Of course, we all know John 3:16. That's one that should be fairly familiar to everyone. Um, let's see. I'm trying to pull up my Bible app. I normally have it on my phone, but my phone is right here with TikTok. Hey Chantel, thank you for coming through. Thank you so much for the Go Pop Feelers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, girl, look at them stickers you done threw up there. Hey, girl, hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for grabbing those stickers and displaying them. Hold on, honeys. Hold on. Okay. I am trying to pull up the Bible app. I don't know why is it so harder to pull up online than it is on your app. Mhm. Ah, it's funny. Okay. Y'all like the King James Version? I like the New Living Translation. That's one of my favorites now. Let's see. I shouldn't save this bad app on here. Hmm. How you doing, Coach Chantel? How's your day today? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Did you go live today too? Hmm. Hmm. Lord, my computer went through an update, and ever since the update, it's just don't look the same. Don't look the same. It don't look the same. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, this is it. U version, Bible.com. Okay. So the first scripture was John 3:16. Of course, we all know that one, but we're gonna read it anyway, because we might have some people that don't know that one. John 3:16 is the ultimate love verse. John 3:16 says, and this is the NLT version, NLT New Living Translation, for this is how God loved the world. This is how God loved the world. He gave his one and only son so that everyone who believes in him will not perish but have eternal life. Okay. Now God loved the world so much that he gave his only son. Sometimes, and this just makes me think of sacrifice. Okay, God sacrificed his son. So sometimes in our money, okay, every time I read the Bible, I always ask God to give me a download of how the verse pertains to money, how the verse pertains or the scripture pertains to our finances, right? Because I truly believe every Bible verse in the Bible can give you some kind of connection to our money, to our finances, to things we got going on in our life right now. Of course, it said there's over 2,000 scriptures or references to money in the Bible. So, money and finances is very important to God, and how we manage our money is very important to God. But if God was able to sacrifice his only son for us because he loved us so much, right? So that we could live here on earth in our sin and not be perished from the sin that we are doing, right? He sent Jesus to die on the cross for our sin. So, it takes a sacrifice. Now, in our money, in our finances, if we in a situation where we can't afford life insurance, if we're in a situation where we can't afford to save $1,000, we're in a situation where we can't afford to pay off debt, or we can't afford to invest in our future, into retirement funds and things like that, then sometimes we have to make a sacrifice. Sometimes we have to make a sacrifice. And when I say sacrifice, it's not a sacrifice forever. It's not the sacrifice that Jesus went through. Jesus died. Okay. We don't have to die, right? All we have to do is sacrifice some things that we really don't need. Okay, things that's draining our finances, things that we think we need, things that we want. Okay, is it a want or is it a need? This is some of the things we talk about in my financial coaching program, the financial focus framework. Do we really need it or is it a want? Okay, and if it's a want, it's something that can be sacrificed, if only for a little while. And when I say a little while, it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, or it could be a whole year or 2 years. It just really depends on what you got going on and how long it's going to take you to get to the financial place that you need to be, right? That financial place is everything's covered, everything's paid for, and you got life insurance. You got that $100,000 worth of life insurance on every single member of your family. That's where you need to be. And if you're not at that point, then you have to come up with something to sacrifice. Thank you, Coach Chantel, coming through with the TikTok title. TikTok title, girl. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that love. I appreciate that love. Thank you so much for coming through. So yeah, you have to sacrifice. And I truly believe that John 3:16 is the verse of sacrifice. It's what God is telling us to do. If God can sacrifice his own son to save a wretch like me, to save our souls, okay, from the sin that we're living in, then doggone it, I can sacrifice eating out for a year. I can sacrifice not shopping for a year. I can sacrifice not driving a car for a year. I can sacrifice not having to buy lottery tickets, or not having to buy new clothes or new shoes, whatever it is. You really have, it's an individual thing. It's an individual thing. So you got to think about, what is it I can sacrifice? What can I sacrifice to get to the financial place that I need to be? Now, the next scripture I wanted to share was John 14:27. John 14:27. Let's go there right quick. I got three scriptures for you tonight. Because we're talking about love. We're talking about love because it's the love month, okay? John 14:27. What did I say? 4? No, it's John 14. My bad. John 14 and 27th verse. John 14:27, and I am reading from NLT, the New Living Translation says, I am leaving you with a gift. Come on, Jesus. Oh, let me do this. Oh, my goodness. Chantel, I hope you've been able to hear me. I am leaving you with a gift. Okay. Can y'all hear me okay on TikTok? Let me know. Because it's going through my earbuds. One of these days, I'm going to remember to unplug the Bluetooth. One of these days, I'm going to remember to unplug the Bluetooth. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. Okay, we're talking about love tonight. And I always feel that love is equivalent to peace of mind. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot, that the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Don't be troubled or afraid. So how does this compare, link to, parallel to our finances? Okay, let me just tell you again. How are you loving your loved ones in life and not in life if you're no longer here? Are you gonna leave them a gift of a blessing, or you gonna leave them with a burden? Okay, that's what I always say. We want to leave a financial burden, a financial blessing, which is a gift to the ones that you love. Okay, because when you leave them with financial blessings, when you leave them with a life insurance policy, when you leave them with some assurance that they have resources coming in, that they'll be able to stay in their home, that they'll still be able to live the same lifestyle that they lived when you was here, you are giving them a gift of peace of mind and peace of heart. Okay, because not only are they going to be heartbroken, they're going to be mourning. They're going to be sad. They're going to be upset. They're going to be distraught. They may be even go into a depression. But what they won't be is burdened down with finances that they got to take care of. Because guess what? You're going to leave them the gift of peace of mind, the gift of life insurance, the gift of financial resources. So it says, God, this is what Jesus was given a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift that the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Okay. So a lot of us want to be like Jesus. You remember the saying, what would Jesus do? WWJD, what would Jesus do? Okay. Well, we see right here, Jesus left a gift. It was the Holy Spirit. But for us, the gift that we can leave is the gift of a financial blessing, the gift of resources, of money, of knowing that they're going to be taken care of. Hey, Jamie, thank you for joining. Okay. And then the last scripture I want to share is Proverbs 13. Okay, this is very familiar too, but we're going to read it. Proverbs 13 and 22. We're going to read it in the NLT version. Good people leave an inheritance for their grandchildren. Okay? If you love, this is how you love. Okay? This is the month of love. This is how you love. You thinking about your grandchildren. Now, I have grandchildren. I got two little grandsons right now. I wish if I knew now, if I knew back 20 years ago what I know now, I would have been thinking about my grandchildren back then, 20 years ago. But because I had to, just like everybody else, I'm having to learn, having to get educated. And when I know better, I've done better. Now I have policies for my grandchildren. My grandchildren are covered. My grandchildren is in policies now that's going to grow cash value, and when they get 18 and 19 and 20 and they're trying to decide what they're going to do for the rest of their lives, they'll have some money inside of this cash value policy that they can use. They can pull it out for school. They can pull it out for a home. They can pull it out for a car. They can pull it out to start a business, whatever they want to do. They'll have it. They'll have it. And so not only that, my children, which is the parents of my grandchildren, right? They are covered as well. So it's like a cycle, right? We have to love. We're loving our children, but we also have to love our grandchildren. Okay, this is what it says: good people, Christian people, people that love on their loved ones, okay? They leave an inheritance to their children's children or their grandchildren, okay? So those are the verses that I wanted to share with y'all tonight. Hey, Nicole Dale, girl, I see you coming in from the YT streets. What's up, my friend? Thank you for subscribing at Proverbs 13:22, girl. Yes. Leave an inheritance for your children's children. Children's children, okay? That's your grandchildren. Hey, girl, hey, Nicole Dale is coming through on the Y2. She in the YT streets, honey. She in the YT streets with my hashtag Triple M Money Management Matters. Hashtag manage your money, ma'am. Hashtag them YT streets and hashtag you need life insurance, okay? I'm telling you, we're talking about the love insurance today. We call it love insurance. You ain't even got to call it life insurance. It's love insurance, okay? Because once you get it in place and you have it in place for your family, you're showing them love. You're leaving them with the ultimate of love gift, right? So I'm glad I caught you, girl. I'm glad you caught me too. How you doing, Nicole? You made it through the snowstorm. Did you make it through the snowstorm, girl? So yeah, I am actually, I'm about to get off here in about 6 minutes and I've been on about an hour. Yeah. Hashtag love insurance. So the topic for tonight was, how are you loving your loved ones? It's love month, month of February. It's so much going on in February. Okay. The number one holiday was, of course, my birthday. Okay. My birthday was February 1st. So of course that's the number one holiday. That's the number one thing going on in my life. Okay. I love February because it's my birthday. Okay. I celebrate all month long. So y'all just prepare to be sick of me. Okay. Because I'm going to talk about it every day. I'm going to talk about it every day. Because, honey, I feel so blessed. I'm so blessed and thankful and grateful just to see another year. Okay. And I'm just thankful too that I have been given this purpose and this passion to educate around our money, to educate around finances, to educate on life insurance so that more people can get this in place, right? Before end of life, before things happen. Yes, you made it through the storm. Okay, girl, I'm glad you did too. Me too, honey. Today was nice. I don't know what the temperature was, but I went outside. It was like, I guess maybe 50 degrees outside. I was like, oh, it's so nice out here today. But yeah, thank you, Coach Chantel, for continuing to like the video, tap that screen. Thank you for that happy belated birthday, girl. You ain't gotta say belated. I celebrate all month long. All month, okay? The whole month of February is my birthday. Okay. Okay, but anyway, I'm just playing. So the second thing of February is a heart month. It's the Heart Association month where they talk about heart disease, taking care of your heart, and that's very special to me too because I do have heart issues, heart disease run in my family. So I really be trying to take care of my heart. I'm trying to exercise more. If y'all caught my video earlier, I made a video earlier on FB over there, and talking about I was on the treadmill. I was walking on the treadmill and then I got on the elliptical. So I worked out for about 40 minutes, about 40 minutes. So like I said, I got to start working out more often. I got to start working out more often, get my heart rate going. So yeah, it's heart month. It's heart month. So and the other thing is, of course, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is Love Day. So listen, this is just a suggestion. Instead of getting telling your spouse or your loved one that you want roses and candy and balloons and going out to eat, how about saying, do you have any life insurance? Do you have life insurance? Do you have life insurance policy? How much is that life insurance policy? God forbid if something happens to you, I just need to know, that I'm gonna be taken care of, or if I'm gonna have to hey Yvonne, I'm sorry I didn't see you, Yvonne. How you doing? These comments be skipping or something. How are you this evening, Yvonne? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Let me know where you chiming in from. Are we friends? Let me see if we friends. Oh yeah, we already friends. How you doing, girl? Did you grab your heart? Oh wait a minute. I think I can tell from here. Uh-oh. The videos is be jumping. I'm still learning these TT streets over here, girl. Okay, I don't know. I can't tell. Uh, okay, so you sell jewelry, Yvonne? You sell jewelry. I can't see your whole profile. Okay. Let me see what else you said. I'm good. Glad to see you on. Well, thank you. Glad to be on. You. Oh, okay. We know each other through Pastor Monica. Okay, very good. Yeah, I was talking about Pastor Monica earlier because I'm in her. Are you in her ministries? Because I used to go live every Monday night, and but now they have her classes on Monday night, so I can't go live. I'd be too tired after 2 hours of classes. So I was just saying how um I'm in Pastor Monica's class, ministry, her school, and how much I love it. I love it. So I had to change my live date to Tuesdays. So now I'm gonna be live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. and it's going to be titled Let's Talk About It Tuesday. So tonight we talking about love, honey. We talking about love. How are you loving your loved ones? You said I do have jewelry brand, multiple businesses actually. Okay, okay. Me too, honey. We need about 7 to 8 streams of income, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. People be talking about they ain't got no money, they can't afford life insurance. And then I'd be like, well, how many streams of income you got? What additional thing can you do to get more money coming into your household so that you can afford life insurance, so that you can still afford, all your other expenses and life insurance? Because life insurance should be up here at the top. Life insurance should be a need. Life insurance should be one of the first things that you purchase when you get married, when you have children. And like I said earlier, when me and my husband bought our house, one of the first things we did for the house was we got a term life insurance policy for the amount of our mortgage. So God forbid if something happens to either one of us, both of us got a policy, then at least the house would get paid off and we'll still have a place to live, okay, with our children. So it's so important that if you don't have life insurance, honey, get you another stream of income. Okay. Like Miss Yvonne just said, honey, got multiple businesses and ain't nothing wrong with it. Long as you can juggle it, honey, you can do it. And now with the time of technology, you can get online and make money in a minute. In a minute. Okay. So very important. Yes, it is, Miss Yvonne. So very important. So uh, that's what we talking about, honey, is love insurance, not life insurance. It's love insurance, okay? Because when you get it, you showing your family that you love them, that they important to you, that you thinking about them, not only now, but in the future. And not only that, as Proverbs 13:22 say, okay, a good person thinks about their children's children. They leave an inheritance for their children's children. And the inheritance could be life insurance. Okay. A lot of our counterparties, a lot of other cultures leave inheritance, they leave wealth to their children through life insurance. Okay. So if you're not making millions, right, then you can leave millions to your family and let you be the curse breaker, let you be that financial curse breaker where you might not have a million, right? But if I have anything to do with it, and if I get to the point where I can get more insurance, I will. My children and my children's children will have a million. That makes sense? Let me know. All right, Nicole, girl, thank you for joining me over here on YT. Thank you, Aaliyah, for joining me on FB. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down over here. But this is my new time, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. for Talk About It Tuesdays. Okay, I'll be live coming to you with some money motivation, with some scripture, what thus saith the Lord about our money. And I'm just hoping and praying that something I said was encouraging and motivating to you. And if you need to contact me for any reason, here is my information to contact me at, let me see if I can get pull up, at bit.ly.net/money moment. That is my calendar. Is it coming up? Wait a minute. Hold up. See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't be wanting to work right. I think it done shut down. Shut it down. Oh my goodness. I think I might have deleted it. What the what? Oh, there it is. I don't know what I did. But that's my calendar. Let's schedule a chat with me at www.bit.ly.com/money moment. Okay. So until next time, you all have a wonderful rest of your week. And so glad that I was able to join you tonight. Thank you, Yvonne. I'm glad you was able to join me as well. Make sure you share the video out. Make sure you share the video out. Tap that screen as you go out. And I appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much. All right. Well, you all have a great rest of your night. Hold on. Let me see. I got one more comment here. Oh, Nicole said, I will watch the replay, Queen. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Good night, girl. I pray you have a good night's sleep. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for all your support always, always, always. All right.